I'm gonna just loop this over to the purchasing side of the house quickly. Let's look at the vendor records. In terms of design, again, very consistent. What we see with a list view, can modify the list view. This is an example of a Power BI report that I've actually integrated into here, showing me just some vendor performance information. You'll notice as I navigate to different vendor records that Power BI report is updating just like my fact box does. So connections there to filter that data as well, just like a fact box exists for Power BI. All right, let's open up a vendor record, talk about some features here. ID, just like the customer can make a change to that. Oh, I didn't talk about this. We do have the ability under functions to merge. So I can merge customer records, I can merge vendor records. So if for some reason customers bought each other and I want to merge all their history together, not a problem, I can do that. Do the same thing with vendors. Two of them inadvertently got set up, I can merge that together. It will merge my history. I'm not going to open this feature because what it does is it actually analyzes all the open transactions, closed transactions in the system, and it actually opens up a data comparison between vendor 1 and vendor 2 so that you can determine essentially what field wins in the merge. So it's not going to just blindly merge. You actually have some user interaction that's available there. While we're here, I should talk about templates. Templates can be set up on master records as well as transaction records if you want to. Primarily we use them on a master record level. Pre-populate a bunch of fields for me if I want. So the point being there is to help aid data entry, make it easier for people to create master records if we want. Just like on the customer side, access to vendor balance. I do have the document sending profile. So do I want to by default email print transactions or documents to the customer? Multiple addresses available to me. I'm going to just go up here and show you that. So I have order addresses, can set up as many as I want for the vendor. Customer looks the same way. Contacts works the same way. That is our integration, the contact here, the email address between that Outlook integration in Business Central. Invoicing, we do have use tax calculations available at an AP level as well. So if use tax is an issue for you, it's fairly sophisticated in Business Central. So that's a nice feature if you need it. Posting groups set up to the links to the GL currency, again, for foreign trade. I can do open manual or apply to the old list. I think everyone does manual at this point. Payment methods, we do have the ability to set up whatever payment methods you want. So we support ACH transactions, checks, kind of however you want to set up. I can actually do credit cards here if you wanted to as well. Preferred bank account, so if it is an ACH transaction, this is going to be where I would record that banking information and it's going to pull for the vendor record. Payment terms, cash flow payment terms, just like we looked at on the customer side, full 1099 capabilities on the vendor side, set up a default 1099 code on the vendor, then I can change it on a transaction level if needed. Just quickly do the search here, just show you that we do have the ability to look at, here we go, full 1099 reporting, including the magnetic media. So can manage all that for you on an AP perspective. Receiving, so very similar to what we saw on the customer side. I have the ability to do default locations, default shipping method, default lead time calculations for the vendor if I want to do that. I can set up different calendars if I want to. So this gets fairly sophisticated, but if I have a base calendar in my organization, calendars can be leveraged for planning, knowing that maybe a vendor has a different calendar than my base calendar. I can do it with customers. I can do it for production cycles. This is also where calendars are being